Well guys, I got us another Princess Auto Flyer video here. This one here is the Winter Savings Event Flyer that runs from Tuesday, February 5th till Sunday, February 17th, 2013. One thing I like about the Princess Auto store, or even flyer in general, is they always have items you need, or that you can use, or that you're even thinking about possibly purchasing. Well, right here on the front we have a 1-ton triple geared chain hoist. Now of course this isn't electric, this is your manual hand over hand pulling type one. You're saving half price here, and she is $39.99. I know I've mentioned it in other videos, but I'd like to build me an overhead lift in my garage, and something like that would be something I would buy to put on my lift. And of course, if you remember last Princess Auto Flyer, we had a larger tile saw on sale. Well, this one here is a 7-inch bench mount tile saw for $59.99. Of course, this is probably equal to what you'd find in like Canadian Tire or even at other type hardware stores. Great for doing the 12 by 12 tile, down to the smaller, backsplash type tile as well. And at $59.99, you rent one for a couple of days and you've just paid for it. And over here, you're saving $80 on a flux core wire feed welder, and price is $119.99. Below it here is the auto darkening helmets. You have the black one here, which is $49.99, and you have the flames, which is $59.99. Of course, pay the extra $10 and go for the flames because it just looks cooler. Over here you have your trailer tires, 205/75 D15. Trailer tire assembly, which is your tire and rim too. They're a bias ply tire. They are your 5 on 4.5 bolt pattern, and you're saving $55 on them. Regular price is $174.99, on for $119.99. Now I've considered it for a while to replace the tires on my camper trailer to something a little bit more stylish than the old 1970s steel wheels that are on it. Something like that would be a nice upgrade, if you will. Everybody's got sleds and quads and snowblowers and all that riding around on a trailer this time of year. Recommend to tie them down, of course, as well as just plain to have some really good ratchet tie down straps is always good to have on hand for other things like hauling lumber and drywall and other heavy nasty things. These are 3,300 pound safe working load. They're 2-inch wide and 27-foot ratchet straps. They're running at a half price sale here. They're $14.99, regular $29.99. So we'll give the page a turn here. And yeah, just like more trailer stuff here enticing me to build or go through my trailer project. You got everything here from a 2,000 pound axle to fenders to rims to springs, or even right down to hub assemblies and trailer jacks themselves. And of course, you got your trailer wiring, ball coupler locks, little pin, 7-way connectors, pintle hitches, and all sorts of other trailer type accessories. So we'll flip the page again, guys. And of course, and over here on this page here, you have some other trailer type assemblies. Anybody needing to do some extra wiring on their sled or snowblower, or even if they have a tractor for pushing snow around the yard, they have a 35 amp 4-position ignition switch for $6.99 each. Well, you can't go wrong on that, even for a lawn tractor or even a lawnmower like that, or even someone happening to doing a secret project in the future. Something like that would be handy. And over here you have another 2-inch by 25-foot safe working load is 3,300 pound ratchet tie down strap. This one here is the lashing kind, which doesn't have the hooks. Basically, it's meant to go around the product and hook it to something by fastening instead of by hooks, right? And of course, down here you have a little 2,000 pound 12 volt DC ATV winch. Again, great for light duty work like winching a quad or a sled in the back of the truck. You wouldn't want to be pulling someone out of the snow or nothing with that, but it would work for probably, you know, in a pinch for doing other things. And if you notice, it has the battery clamp, so it clamps directly onto the battery, and away she goes. And I don't want to say it, but spring is just a few months away, and for those of us who have a lot of snow in their yard, which is most of us out west here, they have sump pumps because she could be a wet spring. And you have a 1/3 horse submersible sump pump. This one here has a 3,300 gallon per hour thermal overload protection and will fit in narrow, like 10-inch narrow sump pump pits. And it's for $119.99. And over here you have a 1/3 sump pump, max flow rate 3,800 gallons per hour, for $159.99. And then they got another one here, which is a sewage pump, which can handle a little bit of solids, and it's on for $249.99. And just taking a scan over the page, you have half-price binoculars on here for $9.99, regular $19.99. So you know they do come in handy once in a while. And of course, special buy here, you have a solar 8 LED solar utility light. Now, being she is solar powered, you can put the sensor on the outside of a shed and the light on the inside of the shed, or even a yard light, if you will, a semi-yard light for lighting your doorstep. And this one here is a special buy at $24.99. Great for areas you can't run a power line to, or just power is not easy option. So over into the surplus section here, you have a factory reconditioned video surveillance system. This one here is wireless for indoor-outdoor use. 3.5-inch color monitor, PC software included, 1 gigahertz processor. It has night vision, and it is weatherproof. It's $149.99. As you see here, it's got the 4 cameras, the AV cables, the HDMI cables, and the little LCD monitor itself. I'm wondering myself if you can hook this up to a you know, flat screen TV monitor type of thingy here. Again, that's a factory reconditioned unit, but I'm sure she's just as good as one you'd buy out of the box. So Joe would just take a scan over the page here, seeing what else. You know, you have keyboards and motion lights, 6-foot HDMI cable. I in fact have one of these on my computer, and it works quite well for me. Over on the other page here, you have a chainsaw, some you know, BB guns, some CO2 cartridges, as well as, well, you know, slingshots and other assorted goodies. And over here in the corner, you have a 40-piece Robertson power bit set. It is magnetic and color-coded from 0 to 1 to 2 and 3. In the size range, of course, 0 being the smallest and 3 being the largest. And really, you can't go wrong at this price, 40 pieces for $19.99. I have a few of these color-coded ones that I've picked up at yard sales and other places over the years, and these actually are fairly decent bits. I've put mine through quite a bit. And yeah, you still got your 6.5 horse 2-stage hydraulic power units for like log splitters and other hydraulic powered goodies. There's some centrifugal clutches here. Anybody doing a go-kart in the spring, or even making some kind of a project in their garage, these things here are on a fairly decent sale. I've been watching these myself, and they don't come on sale like every week, but when they are on sale, they're a good buy. Of course, over here you have more hydraulic goodies and fittings and hoses. And over here on the other page, you have your 36-inch metal brake with stand. Anybody dreading doing transmission work, there's a tool here that'll make your job a lot easier. You have an 800-pound transmission jack for $149.99 on sale from $199.99, so that's a fairly decent savings there. And did winter take a beating on your vehicle? You have a 1,000-pound engine stand here for $54.99. You're saving a bit of money on that. It was regular $79.99. And you got bottle jacks over here, and 12-volt charger wall mount, and a 12-volt wall mount charger maintainer for, you know, kind of like a battery tender, if you will, for maintaining your batteries in the off-season. And you ever want some decent hand cleaner? This is this orange Gojo stuff. It is pumice-free hand cleaner, and it's on for $9.99, regular $14.99. I use this stuff a lot, and it does get my hands fairly clean. Even in greasy, grimy stuff that really is nasty, it still works well. Well, guys, winter is still here for another little bit. You have a 25-foot number 1 gauge booster cables, all copper construction. It remains flexible to -70 Celsius, great for Canadian winters. And regular price is $229.99. She is on sale for $159.99. And you got power bars here, extension cords here, a little 13-watt fluorescent work light on for $24.99, regularly $34.99. And you ever want yourself another good tool for moving appliances like fridges, stoves, washer dryers, all that good stuff, even hot water heaters if you must. You got like an appliance cart here for $69.99. The regular price on it is $119.99. So you have other things here. You got another little 1,000-pound steel hand truck for $139.99. Various other dolly kits and shelving for organizing your garage or your storage room. You know, we got a universal pedestal mount metal bender for doing like tubing and you know, flat steel and things like that on for $79.99. Turn the page on to the other. You got your drill sharpeners, your cutoff saws, reciprocating saws and drills. You have a really good buy here on a 115-piece high-speed steel drill bit set. Size ranges from 1/16 to 1/2 inch. You have a 60 number set here, as well as a 26 letter set on for $39.99. Regular price is $59.99. That's a pretty decent buy right there. You have your rotary file set, 6-piece high-speed steel rotary file set here, on for $19.99, regular $39.99. Those are great for shaving a little bit off of a hole you just cut that's just a hair too small. Just taking a little bit of burrs off of something or so. Up here you have a 3-piece titanium coated step drill bit set on for $19.99. Regular is $39.99. And yeah, you have various other welding supplies here. You have a chipping hammer, oxyacetylene universal tip cleaner. You have your welding magnets. You have a Victor style torch circle guide cutter, oxyacetylene regulators, and other various welding accessories. Just taking a skim over the page, you have the Victor style welding cut and torch kit, saving $90 on it for $159.99. Just taking a skim over the page here, you have various air power tools here, socket sets and sanders. You got a little handheld sandblaster here for doing little tiny rust spots, little tiny spots of on summer you just want to touch up, you know, if you got a rock chip or so over winter. Over here you have a 5-gallon vertical portable air tank for $29.99. That's a fairly decent buy on that one. Down here you have a 50-foot 3/8" enclosed retractable air hose reel. It's on for $52.49. Regular price is $69.99. Turning the page on that one again, you have your various socket sets over here, wrench sets and all that handheld tool type section as well. And of course on the last page you have a log splitter here. 15-ton log splitter, 212 cc. This one here is not that bad of a log splitter for splitting wood for your own personal use. It is sitting just over the 1,000 mark at $1,049.99. You're saving about $100 on it, so that's really not that bad. Just over here you have an 8-pack Kita-like padlocks. You're saving price on it is $19.99. Regular price is $34.99. I have these padlocks myself that I've used around my yard for years, and I love them. They do me quite well. Over here you have a one-piece 750-pound 90 by 11-inch arch bifold aluminum ramp. You can buy 2 of these and use them for loading a quad or a snowblower or whatever. They are on for saving $40 at $79.99 a piece. But yeah guys, this was the Princess Auto Flyer that the sale runs from Tuesday, February 5th to Sunday, February 17th, 2013. Now of course I just kind of did a skim over on the flyer and looked at the items that interested me. If you would like more information on any of the products you've seen in this flyer or any of the products that you've seen that I didn't even show, go to princessauto.com and you can get more information that way. So guys, that concludes the Winter Savings Event flyer from the Princess Auto store. So as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.